former presidential candidate and former senior White House advisor to President Nixon, Ford, and Reagan, Pat Buchanan. Sir, good to see you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Good to see you, Maria.
What's your reaction?
My reaction is Governor Romney is certainly trying to be helpful here. Look, this is the establishment stepping in. It's a measure of desperation, I think. I don't know what Governor Romney knows about the taxes paid by Donald Trump, but he certainly did raise $6 million for the veterans, I think, when he skipped that Fox debate. But the thing is, I think in a sense, certainly this is going to raise questions of Governor Romney intends, but at the same time, it validates Donald Trump as outside the establishment, as the man the establishment wants to kill and beat, the man Washington really does not want. So in that sense, it really helps Donald Trump to a degree, because folks say, look, the establishment's after him. He's our guy.
Yeah. See, the problem is there was nothing to back it up, Dagan. I mean, you know, he's there saying there could be a bombshell. Well, like, where is it?
Well,
what are you talking about? It really felt like desperation to me.
Yeah, it's like Mitt Romney got his feelings hurt by Harry Reid back in 2012, and it was a ridiculous accusation then and totally unfair. So now he turns around and tries to use it on Trump. Here's the problem that's covered in the Wall Street Journal editorial page today. These candidates have literally been standing around waiting for Donald Trump to implode. And I was guilty of this, saying, oh, people aren't going to like what he said about the war, the veterans,
everything,
women,
John McCain,
everything.
Mexico.
And everybody's been doggone wrong.
Yeah.
I was going to use an expletive, and I didn't. And so they're still standing around waiting.
Not?
They're attacking each other.
It's cable.
Right, they're attacking each other
Yeah.
still, thinking that somehow the American voter, the Republicans, are going to turn against Trump.
This was a big risk
But
he took.
Maria, they better look at reality here.
Yeah, go ahead.
They better look at reality here. Look, if Ted Cruz loses Texas, he's out of the race. If Kasich loses Ohio, which is coming up early in March, he's out of the race. If Rubio loses Florida, he's out of the race. Donald Trump, take Texas. It's a huge basket of delegates, but the Donald's going to get more than 20%, even if he doesn't win it. If he wins it, Cruz is out. And so he's going to go forward here with a huge bag of them, and I'm not sure which of those other 10 states Donald Trump's going to lose. You're going to have an incredible day, I think, Wednesday morning, when they say Donald Trump won so many states and so many delegates.
Pat, I wonder if Mitt Romney is not doing Marco Rubio's job, because, you know, one of the things we're seeing, the Ted Cruz campaign is attacking Donald Trump, but Marco Rubio's campaign is not necessarily attacking Donald Trump. It is focusing the message on President Obama. So I wonder if this is a roundabout way of helping Marco Rubio.
This is, in a way, I don't know whether it's coordinated, but it is consistent. There are a number of columnists, some with Fox News, who have been raising the issue of Donald Trump's taxes again and again and again. And now, unless they've gotten into the IRS or gotten a hold of it or somebody's leaked it, they apparently seem to know something, and they're trying to use this issue to break him. But it is, as somebody mentioned up there a second ago, it smacks of a bit of desperation, you know, and I don't think it works. With the middle Americans, it doesn't work. It means, you know, if the government's after Donald Trump, well, it's the government we would like to see overthrown.
Yeah, you're right.
Pat, it's Jerry Baker. Can you tell us, what do you think? I mean, I completely agree, and it does sound like desperation. And, you know, unless anyone's got any evidence, they should shut up, really. They shouldn't sort of spread these rumors. What do you think do you think it's just time to, do you think it's just time for the Republicans to acknowledge, as you say, that that he now has an unbelievable advantage? Instead of attacking him, get behind him, maybe sort of try and persuade him of some of the things. Is it time for them just to come to terms with him now?
I think not yet, Gerald. I think what they do is wait till these, if it's true what I say, that he wins 9 or 10 out of the 11 states, and if he wins in, say, Ohio or wins in Florida, in the 15th of March, we will know. But at that point, I think, because I believe, I'm a conservative, I'd like to see the Republican win, I would think Trump would make a move toward the Republicans, and they would start to make a move toward him, because look what's at stake. It's not only the Congress of the United States and the White House, it is now the U.S. Supreme Court for the indefinite future. And if the Republican Party cannot unite around the nominee, and I think my prediction would be it's going to be Trump, I think there's I think they would be making a real fatal mistake that would be almost irreversible, given the demographic changes going on in the country.
You know, Ed Rollins said yesterday on Fox, he said, okay, it has become cool to admit that you like Trump. you know, it has changed. And you're talking about what were you saying earlier? It's acceptance.
Yeah, the 5 stages of grief. This is, you know,
Right.
you know, we've gone.
They haven't moved past denial yet.
Right.
That's what Jerry said. I said that they're in
denial.
you have more and more people who are in the 5th stage, who are in the acceptance stage.
You know, I think that the problem is they haven't, again, as I said earlier, I don't think they have moved beyond denial. I think there's a point at which, you know, maybe it's not quite now, maybe there is one last shot here, but there's a point at which they've got to stop attacking and they've got to say, he is going to be the nominee. How do we make that work to our advantage? I do know, like Pat does, a lot of Republicans who are going around almost publicly saying, I will not vote for Donald Trump. And as Pat says, with the Supreme Court up for grabs, with a Democratic Congress, potentially, certainly a Democratic Senate, very much a possibility, are they willing to take that as Republicans? Are they really willing to take that risk?
Eric Erickson said that on the Maria's show early in the week. Pat, just real quick, what's the skinny? Do you have any inside skinny on who Donald is talking to in terms of who he's starting to get advice from?
He's definitely talking to smart people now.
Right.
You see the conversation changing. Somebody he's talking.
Rudy Giuliani came out publicly and said, you know, I'm on the phone with him. It's a two-way street.
Yeah, I think he was talking to Peter King for a little while.
If I were Trump, I would hold off naming. I've heard he's going to name foreign policy people by the 15th of March. I would hold off doing, or in this week, I would hold off doing this until March. But let me say this. Look at the other side. Hillary Rodham Clinton is not the candidate she was in 2008. She's believed, I think, even in the Democratic Party, to be dishonest. People want change, not continuity. There's a tremendous number of things going for the Republican Party this year that they didn't have going in 2008. And again, if they're going to have to get together, or they're going to blow one of the great opportunities they've had, one of the greatest since 1980.
Yeah. Pat Buchanan, great to see you, sir. Thanks so much.
Good to see you.
The book is called The Greatest Comeback. Get it. Available at bookstores right now. That's Pat Buchanan's book, The Greatest Comeback. We'll see you soon.